Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, I'm Lakeisha, and if you're not new, thank you so much for joining me. As you can see by the title, we are still on this series of the power of a woman, and in today's video I am going to be speaking about the two biggest mistakes that women make in relationships. This is going to be a powerful video. It's going to be very insightful, and I pray that you are blessed by it. On my channel I make faith-based content, I make girl talks, I make motivational videos, I make self-development videos, self-love videos, everything about women empowerment and improving and just getting to where God needs you to be as a woman. If that is something you think you'd be interested in, then please subscribe. I do encourage you to watch to the end of this video because this is going to be a good one. But without further ado, let's just get into it. As a woman, we love hard. We love hard with no restraint. We are deep lovers. We feel deeply. We are very emotional beings, and it's so easy for us to get attached, especially when we are in a relationship, a romantic one. We get attached and we want to spend all of our time with the man we are with, and that is not an issue. But my issue is that when women tend to fall in love, they tend to make the man the object of all of their desires. They tend to pit the man above themselves, and this starts so small. This starts by cancelling plans with friends so that you can be with your man. This starts by ensuring that you are always available for him just in case he wants to meet up. This is shown in, actually, I don't want to do this, but he wants to do it, so let me just oblige and do it anyways. Making a man the center of your world, the center of your life, is dangerous because you become codependent and everything you do revolves around him. And then you get to a place where you start resenting the position you're in. You feel like, I do everything and he doesn't match my energy. He doesn't do as much as me. I feel like I put in more effort than him. I feel like I'm always initiating things. I feel like I'm always the one to, if anything, lead. You know, I make all these sacrifices and he doesn't do the same. I've done this for his birthday and he didn't do it for mine. Or I've done this and he's not doing it. Like, why is he not doing this? And we have all of these questions because we've made him the center of our lives, but he hasn't done the same. Men are logical, women are emotional. A man is able to love a woman, but she is not going to become the center of his life. He has other focuses. With women, we are emotional. Whenever we are connected to someone, we become almost obsessed with them. And we make them the center of our lives if we are not careful. Now, when you're making someone the center of your life, these are certain things you have to look out for. 1, if you are cancelling plans with your friends just to be with your man, that's dangerous. Your friends will always be there even when a guy comes and goes. You need to nurture relationships with your friends. It shouldn't just be a thing where I'm only available to my friends when my man isn't available or when I'm not with my man. No, sometimes you have to say no to your man and say yes to your friends because you don't want your friends to feel neglected because you need your friends, especially your family as well. Don't cancel plans with your family just to hang out with your guy. This is what it means to make a man the center. You pit him above everyone else in your life when in reality, unless he's your husband, that is an error. No man should come before your family if you are not married. 2nd, you are a yes man. You agree to do things with him even if you don't necessarily want to do it because you want to please him. There's nothing wrong with wanting to please your man, but there is an issue when you begin to compromise who you are for him. You're doing things in the name of, I love him, I just want him to be happy, oh, I might as well, but you're not setting any boundaries. You are getting him used to you always saying yes, so he will always expect you to say yes. Sometimes you have to say no in the name of boundaries. Boundaries doesn't always mean, oh, I'm just a stush person, I'm harsh, no, I'm not doing this. No, it means that you have to identify, is this good for me? Some women are agreeing to have babies with men when in reality, you know you wanted to be married first, but because he wants it, because he loves you, because this, because that, you're blinded by emotion and logic has left. Some women, you're giving money to men, you're paying for things, and you know that he should be paying more and doing more, but because you want to please him, because he's asking, because you love him, you do these things. And I'm not saying any of these things are bad, but it's bad when you don't actually want to do it. It's bad when you're doing it just because he wants to do it. You're going everywhere because he wants to go there, nothing about you. You find that the life you both are creating is more centered around him. You're not doing things you want to do because he doesn't want to do them. He doesn't want to do what I want to do, so we just do what he wants to do. He's used to you compromising what you want because you've always done it. This looks like you not setting boundaries when it comes to respect. He will disrespect you. He will not respect you in a way you know you deserve, and you stay. You don't really reprimand him. You don't really check him because 1, he says he's sorry before he actually addresses it and comes out with a solution. 2, you don't want to constantly nag or complain. You don't want to seem problematic. And this happens when you want to be a people pleaser for your man. You want to be in a state of constantly pleasing him so you don't bring up issues because you don't want to seem problematic. When in reality, that's just a symptom of making him your center, pitting his needs above your own. 3rd, You settle for the bare minimum. You know, I see a lot of relationships where he came with a certain energy in the beginning, and then all of a sudden he started to decrease in that energy, and you became okay with it for the sake of him, because you don't want him to leave. You're so happy to be with him. You love him so much that you've allowed your standards to drop. You find that you're giving so much to him and you're getting little in return. This is always a symptom of making a man the center of your world and him not doing the same in return. A man shouldn't be your center. He shouldn't be your focus. Your happiness should not be in a man, because a man is not God. Only God can be your happiness. Only God brings joy. A man can bring moments of joy, moments of happiness, but he cannot be your happiness. He cannot be your joy. He cannot be the sole reason that you are happy. That is not his responsibility. You find that when you make a man your center, whatever he does, it messes up your emotions. If he's in a good mood and he's happy with you, then you are happy and you're in a good mood. If he's annoyed and he's frustrated and all of a sudden you're sad, you're anxious, this is a reflection of making a man your center. He is your constant. You feel like you have to please him. You have to be everything for him because that's what you want him to be for you. When in reality, you are not defined by it. You shouldn't be defined by a man. Your emotions shouldn't be defined by a man. The relationship isn't the center of your life. That's an addition. You should have something going on for yourself. Your partner, your boyfriend, your spouse should not be your only friend. You need other relationships outside of your partner. I see so much people like commenting on TikTok videos saying, yeah, my boyfriend's my only friend, or yeah, I don't have any friends outside of him. That's not healthy. Because what you are forming is an unhealthy attachment style and you are becoming codependent. He is your all in all. He's your boyfriend. He's your friend. You know, he's your comfort. He's your encouragement. Like, if you give him the power to lift you up, you give him the power to bring you down. You have to be an individual when you are in a relationship because you need your own life. You have to have God at your center. You need to have your own career goals, your own work goals, or your own thing going on, whether that's fitness, whether that is your career, whether that is your going out with your friends, whether that's a hobby, whether that is spending time by yourself and cultivating time to yourself. You need something for yourself separate to him, because you have to ask yourself this question. If he was to leave tomorrow, what would your life look like? How would you feel? Would your life crumble? Would it come crashing down? Or would you still have things in place outside of him that could keep you going? Or was he your constant? Because the thing is, if he is your center, and then you have, for example, God, work, family, career, hobby, me. If he's taken away, everything goes into chaos. There's nothing holding them. But think about it. If God is your center, and then relationship, goals, family, career, me, all that stuff, God never leaves. So even if one is taken out, the equation is still in place. This is how you need to think of your life when you are in a relationship and when you are with a man you love. Because love is a powerful tool. It's almost like a drug. It intoxicates you and sometimes it makes you act a little bit funny. And the type of guy you date matters. Because you find that women are holding weapons and drugs for a man in the name of love. Like, if you are not a criminal and you don't want to be, why are you engaging in criminal-like activities with a man? A man is meant to lift you up, not bring you down. You should never put your freedom, your safety at risk for a man. You know, women are staying with men who abuse them. And abusing isn't always physical. Sometimes it's mentally, emotionally. Sometimes it's financially. And you stay because he's the object of your affection, your desires. He is the center of your life. You've made him your center and he knows that. And that's a very dangerous thing when you let a man know that he is your all in all. Because let's be honest, if it was looking at percentages, the percentage of women who make a man the center of their life versus the percentage of a man who makes a woman the center of their life is very different. A man is less inclined to do that because they are more logical than women. Women are more emotional. We go by emotions. The moment we love, we want to give our all to that person without regulation, which is why we have to bring logic into it. We have to assess, is he chasing after me? Is he doing all that he needs to do? Do I have my own life going on? Like I said, one of the biggest mistakes that women make in relationships is prioritizing a man above themselves, making a man the center of their life rather than having God at the center. The second thing that women do that is one of the biggest mistakes in relationships is being too available and too accessible. Being too available for a man gets a man comfortable. That's not your husband. And to be honest, you shouldn't even be able to be available all the time. You should always have something going on. Sometimes you have to say no to him to let him know that I'm not always available. You can't get too comfortable with having my time. My time is still precious. You still have to have that boundary even when you're in a relationship, even when you're in love. This is healthy. Healthy is still having a little bit of space. That, oh, he's saying, oh, let's meet up today. Oh, actually, I have plans with my friends today. Instead of cancelling with your friends, say, oh, I have plans with my friends. And he's like, no, babe, come on, like, let me take you out. And he's putting all that charm. And you say, no, sorry, babe, I'm going out with my friends. There's boundaries there that you need to have in place. When you are too accessible, men can treat you like a yo-yo. They pull you in 1 minute and they throw you out the next. They play hot and cold because they know you're always going to be there. You need to let a man know that I'm not always there. There takes a certain treatment to have for me to become available. And even so, I'm not always available because I have stuff going on. So if a man knows you are always available, hun, there's never going to be a work ethic to get your time, because he can have your time at any point. Your time is precious. Your time is currency. Giving all your time to a man and neglecting yourself, your self-care, your career, like putting a man's time above your own time is incorrect. A man knows how to work. A woman knows how to give and love. Of course we know how to work, but when it comes to time, if we love a man, we will give a man all of our time. We will, whenever he wants to meet up, yeah, I'm going to meet up with him. It's an error, because this is a symptom of making a man your all in all. It's a symptom of making your man the center of your life. It's like you get used to him always wanting to see you. Then a couple months down the line, he no longer wants to see me as much. And you've got into the habit of making yourself free for him versus having a life and fitting him in. These are the errors I see women making. And I don't speak from a place of hierarchy. I speak from a place of understanding. I've been there. I know what it's like to put a man first. Always initiating things, always wanting to spend time with them, always giving your time away. Always making them the center. What do they want? What do they need? Thinking about Valentine's Day, you are more focused on what can I do for him? And you're not actually acknowledging, what does he do for me? Not that everything is exchange, not that everything is tit for tat, but you also have to assess, is he giving me the treatment I deserve? Is he treating me well? Is he loving me how I need to be loved? Is he putting me first? So this is my message to encourage women. Do not make a man the center of your life unless you are married. And even when you are married, it's God first, then your spouse. A man should never be able to play you like a yo-yo with your emotions, because he's not the center. He shouldn't be able to regulate your emotions and deregulate them. He shouldn't be able to control your temperament. A man should never have all of your time. A man should never be prioritized above God. A boyfriend should not be prioritized above your family. And this is where standards come in. If a man knows that you'll do anything for him and you'll always be there, he is less inclined to put in that effort that you deserve. Don't be one of them women that continually make these mistakes. And if you find that you have been making this mistake or these mistakes in your relationship, then it's time to adjust. Start making more time for yourself. Say no to going out sometimes and say yes to your friends. Say yes to yourself. Spend time with yourself. If you find that you're always catering your responses to please him, start changing. You don't have to agree with everything he says. You don't have to agree with every decision he makes. You don't have to be his yes man. You have to begin to identify, how am I making him the center of my world? Does he control my emotions? One wrong word from him and all of a sudden I'm down? No. Then my identity is laid in him. I find validation in him. Because when a man is your center, you get validation from him. You get what you need from God from him. And this is how a relationship can become an idol. So my advice to you is, it's time to identify, what role does your boyfriend play in your life? What role does your situationship play in your life? And if they are the center, begin to decrease that. Decenter men from your life and center God. And that's how you get respect. When a man knows that you are not all about him, he has to work more and he respects you more. But when you just make him your center and you're just a yes girl, respect depreciates. But I really do hope this video opened your eyes and encouraged you. And if it did, then please share this with a friend, with a sister, someone who you think needs to hear this video. Because I know about 2 or 3 people that need to hear this video. But I thank you again for watching. Again, I am Lakeishaa. I make faith-based content, motivational videos, girl talks, all of the stuff that empower women to become who God has called them to be. If that is something you think you'd be interested in, then please subscribe, like this video. And yeah, I will see you in my next video. Bye.